And we are back for game 2 of this doubleheader thing. I say that because we played 5 innings earlier today, and this will be a full 7-inning game between Brandeis and Case Western Reserve. The judges took the first game 8-4 behind a 5-run 5th inning.
Playing pitcher, a senior from Aldie, Virginia, number 9, Dev Misra.
5-run 6th inning. The Spartans are looking to split the doubleheader here on Senior Day. It'll be Dev Misra, who was in the circle to end that first contest for the Spartans, pitching for CWRU. Similar lineups between these games 1 and 2. For the judges, the only change in the circle, we'll get to that when they play defense in the bottom half. For the Spartans, the lone change was in right field. It's now the senior Tara Fritcher getting the start on Senior Day. So the first pitch from Misra, and here it comes to Aaron Hunt. Ball outside. It's 1-0. 2:19, our first pitch today. Here on Senior Day. Hunt 0 for 2 in the first game. A pair of runs scored and an RBI. Fouls that one. Evens the count at 1-1. She did walk twice. Scored both times she walked and drove in a run with one of those walks. For Brandeis, they scored twice in 2 different innings in that first game. 3 runs in the third on a 3-run homer off the bat of Katie Badian. And then in the 6th, they scored 5 times on just 2 hits, taking advantage of CWRU errors and walks. As that pitch low for a ball, it's 2-1. Called strike, 2-2 from Misra. Meanwhile, Case Western Reserve scored twice in the second inning of the first game on a 2-run single by Karen Potts, once on a solo shot off the bat of Potts, and once on a double by Zuzai. As that pitch, that'll be a base hit for Hunt, as that was a single. Went off of the glove of Barry. She had to take a step or so to her left, playing in on that. Now Brooke Beamer to the plate for the judges. Beamer 0 for 2 with an RBI and a walk. Runner on first is Hunt. Not going. Pitch called a ball, 1-0. That Spartan defense, like I said, similar to game 1, it's Bisberry at third, Karen Potts at short, Natalie Ching at second, Kate Coonan at first. The pitch from Dev Misra to Sophia Becker, throws down to Potts. And it looks like Hunt is safe at second. So a stolen base for Hunt. Puts her at second, and now a 2-0 count on Beamer. A little bit of confusion there at the field umpire, who initially maybe gave some sort of motion for an outs call and then called safe at second base on the stolen base. To me, it looked like Hunt got the arm in ahead of the throw. Head coach Josie Henry out to talk to the umpire, trying to get clarification on kind of what he was thinking. I don't know. She's satisfied, I guess, with the conversation, and we'll go back to the dugout. Pitch outside, called a ball. Now 3-0. So Beamer will draw the walk, and the first two batters have reached here in game number 2. Katie Badian now hitting for the Judges. Badian 1 for 4, but with a big home run. A big hit, it was the home run. That was in the 3rd inning after we resumed play here today on Saturday. 1-0, called strike. Evens the count at 1-1. Badian now batting. As that pitch will get away from Becker, and both runners will advance. Ball in the dirt, wild pitch moves the runners. So now 2 in scoring position for Badian, the junior from Massapequa. Pitch tails outside for a ball. It's 3-1 now. Scoreless here in the top of the 1st inning of game number 2. The 3-1 from Misra. Hit to Kunin. She'll play it. Tag the batter runner, but a runner will score. So an RBI there for Badian. Beamer advances to 3rd, and Hunt scores on the play. So 1-0 Judges here in the 1st inning. First out of the frame. Jordan Wallace stepping to the plate. 0 for 2 with a pair of walks in the opening contest. First pitch from Misra. Outside, call the ball. 1-0. I'm hearing that a lot. 1 or 2 walks. The Judges walked 9 times in the first game. Swing and a miss. Misra got Wallace on the off speed there. Just 5 hits for Brandeis in game number 1. 8 runs on 5 hits, 1 Spartan error. Spartans with 4 runs on 8 hits, 1 Brandeis error. The 1-1 fouled back. It's 1-2. For the Spartans, Cameron McClellan the first year went the first 5 1/3 innings, and then Dev Misra finished the game in the circle. The 1-2 pitch outside, didn't get a chase. It's 2-2. Misra went inning and 2/3, gave up an unearned run, did not allow a hit, walked 2. Runners on 3rd now with 1 out here in the 1st. As that pitch fouled back, still 2-2. Brandeis with a 1-0 lead. Leadoff single, walk, wild pitch, and a ground out. That one driven to center field and over the wall. A home run for Jordan Wallace, and it's quickly 3-0 Brandeis. Wallace now, that's her 8th home run, team leading 56th and 57th runs batted in. And the Judges have now scored 3 times here in the 1st frame. That one got off the bat in a hurry. A line shot over the center field fence. So 3 Judges have reached, all 3 have scored. Just 1 out here in the top of the 1st for Bells Berdinsky, the senior. Berdinsky in the opening contest. She looks at a strike. 0-1. Berdinsky 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Uncharacteristic for the senior, who hitting .306 now. Called strike again, 0-2. Brandeis now leads. It's 3-0 Judges. The 0-2 outside, 1-2. Jordan Wallace now, 8 home runs, Popped up to left field. Miller under it. She'll put it away for the second out. Wallace came into the day hitting .384 with a .679 slug, .423 on base. And after the first game, when she was mostly kept in check, 0 for 2 with 2 walks. First plate appearance in the second game, a 2-run homer to dead center field. And it's 3-0 Brandeis. It's Taryn Rainey now for the Judges. Looks at a ball. Rainey 2 for 3 in the first game with a pair of singles. Grounder to Ching. She'll field it and throw it over to first. Judges score 3 times here in the opening frame. They'll take a 1-0 lead as we head to the bottom half. It'll be Karen Potts leading things off for the Spartans in the home half of inning number 1. Case Western Reserve already trails 3-0 here in game number 2 of this doubleheader and 3-game set. First pitch from Jennings, high for a ball. Potts 3 for 4 in the opening game. 3 runs batted in, 2 runs scored. She had a single, 2 singles, and a home run. For the Judges, as that pitch cut on and missed, it's 1-1. It's Madeline Jennings in the circle as that one gone the opposite way into foul territory, and a great catch there by Hunt on a run. Retires Potts. So 1 away here in the first inning for Natalie Ching.
Number 7, Natalie Ching.
Ching, who went 0 for 2, reached base twice on a walk and a hit by pitch in the first game. That ended her 10-game hitting streak. Jennings for Brandeis in the circle, their second starting pitcher, 6-7 with a 4.96 ERA. This is her 20th appearance, 18th start. Ball outside, 1-0. She's second on the staff in innings, 73 1/3, 46 strikeouts, just 16 walks, but has allowed a .359 opponent's batting average. Ball high, 2-0. So the thing about this Brandeis team is they allow quite a few runs. They came into the series with a 4.67 ERA overall among their 3 pitchers. They've given up in total 184 runs. That pitch high, 3-0. 184 runs in 34 games, which I can't do math that quickly, but it seems like it's more than 2. .30 called a strike, 3-1 now on Ching. Yeah, 5.4 runs per game the judges have allowed, but they've scored coming into the game as Ching fouls that one off, runs the count full. 6.3 runs per game. So the 8-run outburst in the first game, not unusual for Brandeis. Swing on a miss from Ching, and she goes down with the strikeout. So 2 batters, 2 outs for Jennings in the circle. Time for the senior Biz Berry to step up to the plate. Berry had a hit in the last inning of the first game, 1 for 4 in that contest, hitting .319. Fouls this one back, it's 0-1. 3-0 Brandeis, 2 away here. Bases empty in the bottom of the first inning. The judges open the series with an 8-4 victory. Up the middle, off of the glove of Jennings. In time. Great play there by Badian to get the deflection, and Jennings will get the assist. So it'll go Jennings, Badian, Beamer. 1-4-3 for the putout. And that'll be that. Spartans go 1-2-3 in their half of the first. They trail 3-0. Maddie Maines leads things off for Brandeis. Judges with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. First pitch she sees, grounds it up the middle. Ching with a good stop. Throw not in time and skips away from first. So a base hit there for Maines leading off the second. A tough play for Ching just to get to that ball. The throw skips away from the first baseman. We'll see if that ball officially went out of play and they'll give Maine second, or if that ball remained in play or not. I believe they ruled that it stayed in play. So Maines with a leadoff single. First pitch swinging was Maines. She went 1 for 3 in the first game. It's now Mia Deck who went 0 for 4 in the opening contest, hitting now .266 this season. First pitch she fouls that one back. 0-1. Brandeis looking to add to their lead. It's 3-0 Judges. 2-run homer by Jordan Wallace and an RBI ground out from Katie Badian. Swing and a miss by Deck. It's quickly 0-2. Curious about Maines on the base pass. Just 1 stolen base attempt. She was successful. Deck 2 sacrifice hits on the year. 0-2. Again to Ching, again up the middle, but that one gets through. So a base hit for Deck, her first of this doubleheader. And the Judges have 2 back-to-back singles here to start the second inning, and that might be it for Dev Misra in the circle. We'll see. That will be, in fact, it. So an inning plus from Misra, and she'll give way to number 30, Josephine Alspa, the first-year pitcher. We'll tell you more about her when we come back. So the first-year pitcher, Josephine Alspaw, will face the bottom of this Brandeis order. It's Mary Dowd, the number 9 hitter. Alspaw from Wildwood, Missouri, Lafayette High School. She enters with runners on first and second, and that pitch gets away from the catcher, and the runners will advance. So Dowd was trying to give herself up, but that ball got away from her, from Becker. That'll be a pass ball on Becker. Alspaw comes in with an ERA of 2.98, a record of 8-3. This is her 26th appearance, 24 of them have been in relief. Sorry, 23 of them have been in relief. She has 3 saves on the year. In 63 1/3 innings, she's struck out 66, walked 34. Allowed opponents to hit 237 against her. So Alspaw the first year in the circle. Now runners on second and third. Nobody out here in the second, already facing a 3-0 deficit. Off speed, a touch low for a ball. It's 2-1. Dowd, 1 for 3 in the opener, 2 runs scored and a walk. Grounds that one to third. Barry looks the runner back and to throw it over. So the runners do not advance. Stay in scoring position. Bring up the top of the lineup, though, in Aaron Hunt. Hunt singled in her first at-bat and scored in the first inning. Still 2 runners in scoring position. Corners are in. She looks at a ball. It's 1-0. Mostly, I would think, because Hunt is a slapper, also to get the runner at home, because you see the middle infielders are also playing even with the bag, but corner infielders in further. Pitch high for a ball, 2-0. Offering. Swing and a miss at the rise ball, 2-1 now. That pitch slapped into left field. That'll be score a run. Just one will come across, though, as Hunt delivers an RBI single. And the Judges extend their lead. It's now 4-0.
Now batting number 14, Brooke Beamer.
Brooke Beamer to the plate. She walked and scored in the first inning. Now batting with runners on the corners and 1 out here in the second. Hunt is off with the pitch. Throw goes down to second. No advancement there, so a stolen base. One-0 is high. It's now 2-0. So 2 runners now in scoring position. For Beamer. That one low. 3-0 now. Hunt is on second. Deck is on third. Beamer at the plate. And she looks at ball 4, so now the bases are loaded. It's going bad to worse for Case Western Reserve. Already trail 4-0, and now the bases are full of Judges for Katie Badian, who drove in a run with a ground out in her first at-bat and hit a home run in the first game. Nowhere to put her. First pitch, called strike. Strike 2 on the outside part of the plate. And Alspaugh is looking to get the second out of the inning, hopefully via strikeout. Swing at the off speed, and that'll get through. 1 run will score. They're sending the second runner. Throw home is not in time. 2 runs will score on a single by Badian. She advances the second on the throw. Bamer goes all the way to third. And now Brandeis leads 6-0.
Now batting number 99, Jordan Wallace.
And this is not who you want to face. Down 6-0. It's Jordan Wallace, who hit a 3-run homer just an inning ago. And now batting again with 2 runners in scoring position. And that'll be Josie Henry out to talk to her first-year pitcher, Josephine Alspaugh. Just trying to see if she's okay would be my guess. I don't think she's going to pull her here. Or maybe she is pulling her. It'll be Laura Mioli into the circle for the Spartans, as they've now thrown 3 hurlers in this inning. We'll tell you more about her when we come back. So Laura Mioli in the circle for the Spartans, the sophomore from Brooklyn, New York. The third pitcher we've seen in this inning for Case Western Reserve. This is her 12th appearance overall. She's 0-1 with 3.26 ERA. This is 10th relief appearance. She's 19 in the third innings. Allowed 25 hits, 6 strikeouts to 11 walks, a 309 batting average against. She'll face Jordan Wallace. First pitch she sees, chops it over Bisberry's head, and 1 run will score. It's now 7-0 Brandeis. So the new pitcher didn't seem to affect the Brandeis approach. They were swinging at anything close. And Wallace got a pitch she liked and chopped it over Barry's head. Another run will come across. Bells Berdinsky, who flew out in her first at-bat, is now batting for the Judges. Pitch high, touch outside, 1-0. Called strike, evens the count at 1-1. So Brandeis with 3 runs in the first, now 4 in the second, just 1 out here in inning number 2. 5 of those runs charged to Dev Misra, who went now officially 1 inning plus a batter, or plus 2 batters, I'm sorry. Pitch outside, 2-1. 5 runs on 4 hits and a walk. She faced 8 batters. Alspaugh came in in relief, got an out. Outside now 3-1. She faced 4 batters, allowed 2 hits and a walk. She's still responsible for 1 of the runners on base. She allowed 2 runs so far. The 3-1 from Mioli, and that's over Barry's head as well. So the judges have found a spot that they like to hit the ball. At least now 3 consecutive hits have gone to left field. And it's 8-0 Brandeis. The only batter not to hit in this inning, Taryn Rainey, will bat. She grounded out in the first.
Now batting number 11, Taryn Rainey.
Give you the play-by-play of this inning in a second, as Rainey will look at the first pitch from Mioli with runners on first and second and 1 out. Called ball. It's 1-0. Maddie Maines led off the inning with a single. Mia Deck followed with a base hit. After a wild pitch, Dow drove in a run with a ground out. Sorry, Dow did not drive in a run. There was a ground out. Then Hunt drove in a run with a single. And after she stole second and Beamer walked, called strike there. It's 2-1. Badian drove in a pair of runs with a base hit. Wallace drove in a run with a hit. And Burdensky now with the 8th run and a base knock as well. 3-1 now on Rainey. So it was walks that did the Spartans in the first game. I think in this contest they were trying to find more of the plate. And Brandeis, who came into this series hitting as a team, ball 4. So Rainey will walk to load the bases again for Brandeis. Brandeis came into the series hitting .336 as a team.
Now batting number 28, Maddie
I mentioned they average more than 6 runs a game. They scored 8 in the first contest and 8 in the second one. And they've batted around. It's Maddie Maines who led off this inning with a base knock. 8-0 Judges. Brandeis still has the bases loaded, only 1 out here in the top of inning number 2. Pitch outside, 1-0. Fouled up the third baseline, 1-1. From McClellan, the 1-1 outside, 2-1. And now Sophia Becker will go out to talk to her because a walk drives in another run. So now we're back, a 2-1 count on Maines. Lines that one, caught by Potts, who will go to short, and the Spartans get an inning double play. So Maines lines out a little bit of an excuse me catch there from Karen Potts. Maines lines into the double play, but Brandeis scores 8 times. They bat, or sorry, 5 times in the frame. They bat around. The judges now lead 8-0 here through 1.5. It'll be the junior Kalen Zuzai leading things off here in the bottom of the second inning for the Spartans. Case Western Reserve trails 8-0. They allowed 3 runs in the first and 5 runs in the second. And at the plate, they went 1-2-3 in the first inning. So this game not going well for Case Western Reserve, to say the least, so far. Fouls that one at the plate. Evens the count at 1-1. First game, Zuzai 1 for 4 with an RBI. She got that in the last inning of that game. The 1-1 in the dirt, 2-1. We'll see how that long layover affects Madeline Jennings. I'm sure she doesn't mind all the run support from Brandeis, from her batters. 2-1. Lined into center field. That is going to be over the fence. Home run, Kalen Zuzai. And the Spartans are on the board here in the second inning. Zuzai at a line shot over the fence in center field. That's her third home run, 11th run driven in this season. And now Case Western Reserve trails. It's 8-1. Hopefully that gets the offense going. It'll be Kate Coonan to the plate for Crew. Coonan 0 for 3 with a walk in the first game. Squares to bunt, but that goes foul. So it's 0-1. Swung and missed at a ball in the dirt. Now 0-2. The 0-2 to Coonan. Way outside for a ball. It's 1-2. Give you some updates around campus. In game number 1, the Spartan baseball team lost 12-2 in 7 innings to Wash U. That was a resumption of the game that started yesterday as that pitch high for a ball. It's 2-2 now on Coonan. The CWRU men's tennis team placed second in the University Athletic Association with a loss in the championship match to the University of Chicago. That was down in Florida. Fouled back, still 2-2. The women's tennis team defeated Rochester in the consolation semifinals of the UAA Championship, so they'll play for 5th tomorrow. And in track and field, current standings are as follows: 2-2 outside. So from 0-2 to 3-2 is Coonan. On the men's side, Chicago leads with 49 points, followed by Carnegie at 29 and Emory at 28. On the women's side, it's Emory at 59, Chicago at 46, and Wash U at 41 as that pitch is fouled away. It's still 3-2. They're still only through four events on the men's side, 6 on the women's side in track and field. Full count offering again, grounded to short. Fielded by Deck, she'll throw over, and that's out number 1 here in the second. So long at bat leads to a ground out.
Now batting number 22, Ashley Miller.
Ashley Miller steps up for the Spartans. Miller 1 for 3 in the first game. Looks at a ball, 1-0. So that's your updates around campus. 1-0 pitch called a strike. It's 1-1. Pitch is a ball, 2-1. An update for you from the Hudson Relays. It was the first-year class, the class of 2029, that won the Hudson Relays, ending the chance for a four-peat as Miller grounds that one back to the pitcher. And Jennings will go to first for the out. 2 down here in the second. So that's it for the Hudson Relays for the class of 2026, unable to complete their 4 in a row, four-peat. But they did get 3. They got 3. Now the class of 2029 is starting their streak. We'll see if they can do 2 years or 3 or 4 in a row. Big upset there in the Hudson Relays. Tara Fritcher to the plate for the Spartans. She appeared in the first game, but only as a pinch runner. Tara, the senior from Versailles, Ohio. One and one on Fritcher. This is now her 14th appearance, second start. Grounds that one to short, and Deck will throw it over. So after the leadoff home run by Zuzai, Spartans go 1-2-3. They still trail. It's 8-1 here at Mather Park. It's Mia Deck for Brandeis. She singled and scored in the 5-run second inning, facing Laura Mioli in the circle. Mioli, who got out of that inning for Case Western Reserve. 8-1 Judges, 3 in the first, 5 in the second. Case Western Reserves responded with 1 in the bottom half. Deck lines that one to left, and off of the glove of Miller. That'll get in for a double. So a double for Deck.
Now batting number 8, Mary Dowd.
Keeps the Judges going here in the third. Brandeis looking to add to their lead. 8-1. Deck's now 2 for 2 on this game. Mary Dowd to the plate. Dowd grounded out in the second inning with runners on second and third. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. So the book is now closed, for now, at least on Josephine Alspa. I believe actually fully on Josephine Alspa. She cannot come back in. Grounded up the middle. That'll get through for a base hit. We'll see. They will be sending Deck. Throw comes in from Ching. Not in time. So an RBI single from Mary Dowd will score Deck. And the Judges now have an 8-run lead again. It's 9-1 Brandeis.
Now batting number 17.
Top of the order, and Aaron Hunt 2 for 2. Pair of singles and an RBI. 2 runs scored. Gonna pitch high for a ball, 1-0. 1-0. Chopped foul. It's now 1-1. So the judges lead 9-1 here in the third inning. Sorry, I didn't give you Allspall's line. Third of an inning, 2 hits, 3 runs all earned. With a walk, she faced 4 batters. The 1-1 from Mioli. It's 2-1. Dev Misra, the senior, started the game through an inning plus. Allowed 5 of those runs on 4 hits and a walk. Gave way to Alspa, who then gave way to Mioli. Grounded to Potts. She'll take it the short way herself. 1 out. Dowd out 6 unassisted at second.
Number 14, Brooke Beamer.
Be Brooke Beamer for the judges as Hunt replaces Dowd on the base pass. Takes a pitch for a ball. It's a 1-0. Beamer still does not have an official at bat. 0 for 0 with a pair of walks and 2 runs scored. Quite an interesting line so far. Swing and a miss at that one. Off speed, 1-1. Brandeis jumped on Case Western reserve pitching. Fouled at the plate, 1-2. With a lot of those hits in that second inning, coming early in at bats, first pitch, or coming in hitters counts, 2-1, 2-1, 3-0, 3-1 on a couple of them. So they're taking pitches that they don't want to hit, basically, that they can't do any damage with, and swinging at ones that they can, and all the hits seem to be falling. Called strike 3, and Mioli gets the strikeout. The throw went right back to her. I don't think she knew there was a steal coming on. So Beamer down looking. The first strikeout of the day for CWRU pitching, and Hunt to second with a stolen base. Katie Beatty in now. 1 for 2, a single, a run scored, and 3 RBI. Six RBI today in the 2 games. Pitches low, 1-0. Beatty will ground that one to Barry. She'll look the runner back, didn't really need to. Throw over to first, and that's at number 3. So the judges add a run. They now lead 9-1 as we head to the bottom of inning number 3. Bottom 3, it's number 8 hitter Sophia Becker leading things off for Case Western Reserve. She swings and misses at the first pitch from Jennings. Spartans trail again by 8 runs. It's 9-1 Brandeis here in the bottom of inning number 3. Pitch outside and low for a ball 1-1. Becker went 0 for 2 in the first game. Pitch outside 2-1. Ball. Brandeis looking to take the series from Case Western Reserve with a win here in this game. Swing and a miss by Becker. Evens the count at 2-2. Last time the Judges won a UAA series against Case Western Reserve, you'd have to go all the way back to 2019, which isn't that far, in my head at least, but it is 7 years as that pitch high runs the count full 3-2 pre-COVID, when the Judges won 3 of 4 in Waltham. Case Western Reserve won the first game 4-2, but then lost 5-0, 4-1, and 3-2 to drop that 4-game series as Beckerl gets a base hit up the middle. Second hit of the day for the Spartans. Becker's on with a leadoff single here in inning number 3.
Now batting number 16, Nyla Durham.
Nyla Durham, the junior center fielder, at the plate, 1 for 3 with a run scored in the opening contest. See if there's any play on here. Spartans down 8 runs. You don't expect a sacrifice potentially. You just need to chip away at the deficit. But Durham known to bunt just for a base hit on her own. Pitch inside for a ball, 1-0. Becker not much of a threat to steal on the base pass. He's a catcher, after all. This season, Becker. Durham does bunt. They'll go to third, but no play at first. And the ball gets away. So a base hit for Durham, and then an error will move the runner to third.
Now batting number 12, Karen Potts.
Oh, that's not what I wanted. So runners at the corners for the Spartans, and it's the top of their lineup in Karen Potts at the plate. Durham is on first. Becker is on third after the air. Durham getting her sliding gloves on. She'll be going on this first pitch. First and third, and Nyla, I believe, is third on the team in steals. 16 of 18 in stolen bases. There she goes. Throw will go to short, but cut off. So Durham with the steal. Puts 2 runners in scoring position. I don't think Becker was even going to run on that. Pitch is low, 2-0 to Potts. Potts looking to get, driving a couple more runs. She had 3 RBI, 3 of the 4 runs scored off the bat of Karen Potts in the opening game. Home run and 2-run single. Drives that one up the middle, and that'll get through a base hit. 1 run will score, and here comes Nyla. And a 2-run single from Karen Potts makes the score 9-3. So the junior delivers with a base knock, drives in a pair of runs. And
Now batting number 7, Natalie Ching.
now the Spartans trail by just 6. It's 9-3. We'll have a visit to the circle. It looks like a pitching change potentially for the Judges. Maybe, maybe not. It will be a new pitcher, yes. So Coming onto the circle now for Brandeis. It is Jamie Staub, the only pitcher we have yet to see for the judges. So we'll tell you about her in a moment. So it's Jamie Staub on to face Natalie Ching here in the bottom of inning number 3. As that pitch goes wild, and Potts will advance to second. Staub, the sophomore from Lawrenceville, New Jersey, went to Hun School there in Jersey. 6-2 this season, 21st appearance. It is her 19th out of the bullpen. Is it strike? Count is even on Ching. Lefty out of the bullpen as a pitch is fouled back 1-2. 6-2 with a 4.36 ERA. She's pitched 62 2/3 innings, 28 strikeouts to 14 walks. Opponent's batting average of 272. These 3 pitchers for Brandeis have thrown about the same number of innings, give or take a little bit. Kanan, who we saw in the first game, was that pitch outside, 2-2, the other batter's box. 84 innings coming into the series. Jennings was 73 and Staub was 62. So 10 innings separate each of them. They each had 6 wins. The 2-2 fouled back, still 2-2. That one right into the Brandeis dugout off the screen there. Rocket off the bat of Ching, who is 0 for 1 today with a strikeout. Spartans trail 9-3 here in the bottom of inning number 3. Fouled again, still 2-2. Spartans trailed by 8-0 after an inning and a half. Got a run back on a Kalen Zuzai homer. Gave up a run in the third, so they were down 9-1, and now 2 runs have scored on the Potts single. That pitch high, 3-2 now on Ching. Another long at bat for Ching at the plate. This is the 8th pitch from Staub. And then again foul. Just barely up the third base line. You don't see very many lefty pitchers in Division III softball. May only be second or third time we've seen a lefty this season as Ching pops that one up on the infield. It's tailing towards the line. Caught by Badian. So Beatty will retire Ching first out here in the third.
Number 6 is Barry.
Biz Barry to the plate, grounded out in her first at bat, a ball that was deflected off of the pitcher. Barry, the senior, looking to celebrate senior day in style with a win would be the best way to do it, but base knock and RBI would be great too. Fouls that one back. Nine to 3 our score now in the bottom of the third. Called strike on the off-speed pitch. Now 0-2. That one just kind of floated there and waited over the outside part of the plate. The 0-2 home. Fouled back, still 0-2. A bit more about Jamie Staub, sophomore for Brandeis. Also bats left-handed. The 0-2 pitch grounded up the middle, and Barry will be retired. Potts advances to third now.
Now batting, number 29, Kaylin Zusai.
And Kaylin Zuzai will come to the plate. She led off the second inning with a solo home run to get the Spartans on the board. She now bats with Potts at third and 2 down here in the third. Different pitcher now for Zuzai that she hit the home run off of. Called strike on the outside part of the plate. In high school, Staub, the 0-1, driven into the right field, but right at the right fielder, Dowd, and that'll retire the side. So Spartans scored twice to cut into the deficit. However, they still trail. It's 9-3 as we head to inning number 4. Through 3 here in game number 2 at Mather Park. It's Jordan Wallace leading off the top of the 4th inning. Wallace 2 for 2 today, 3 RBI. Hit a 2-run homer in the first inning and a run-scoring single in the second. She'll face Laura Mioli, who allowed a run in the 3rd inning. Now on for her 3rd inning of work. Top 4, Brandeis leads 9-3. Pitch high, 1-0. If you're just joining us, Brandeis took the first game 8-4 behind a 5-run 6th inning. The game was tied at 3 heading into that 6th frame, but The judges are able to take advantage of some Spartan miscues and wild pitching as that one grounded to short. Potts with the backhand. Nice throw over. Karen Potts with a couple steps to her right, backhands the ball. Gets Wallace at first. She's gone for the first time today. One out here in the fourth. So judges won the first game and picked up where they left off in the second game. 3 runs in the first, 5 runs in the second. They took an 8-0 lead heading into the bottom of inning number 2. Okay, Spartans responded. They've scored 3 times now. Trail just 9-3. Still quite a deficit to overcome as we've entered the middle innings. It's Bells Berdinsky now to the plate. 1 for 2 with a single and an RBI. Looks at a ball 1-0. Swing and a miss by Berdinsky evens the count at 1-1. Second time through now, I believe, for Mioli. Take a look when she entered in the second inning. Yeah, her first batter was Jordan Wallace. Swing and a miss by Berdinsky. 1-2 now on the senior center fielder. Mioli 1 strikeout so far today, an inning and now 2 innings pitched. Ball in the dirt, not getting a swing on that. Evens the count at 2-2. Laura 2 innings, 4 hits, 1 run. It was earned, a walk and a strikeout. She's faced 10 batters. Third pitcher for Case Western Reserve in this game. Judges have also now thrown 2 pitchers in the contest. 2-2 home from Mioli, fouled back, still 2-2. Madeline Jennings got the start, pitched 2 innings, gave up all 3 runs on 4 hits with a strikeout, no walks. Jamie Staub came in the last frame, got out all 3 batters that she faced. 2-2 again. She went to throw and stopped halfway through the motion, and that'll be a ball. I don't know what Mioli. She just went all the way through her motion and stopped without releasing the ball. So a legal pitch, I guess. Full count offering is ball 4. So Berdinsky reaches on the walk. 1 pitch helped out by Mioli not releasing the ball. There must have been something that stopped her from, maybe she heard something, or I don't know what happened. I think her pitch comm device went off again. You see Becker now, and Potts are using them and trying to get different ones. I don't know if the temperature is affecting these devices, or the rain, or the fact that they've been used since well before noon today. Either way, seem to be working okay. Taryn Rainey now batting for Brandeis, 0 for 1 with a walk.
Number 11, Taryn Rainey.
Berdinsky on first, 1 out here in the 4th. Bell's 4 for 5 in stolen base attempts at first. Corner infielder's in. Back to Mioli. She'll go to second for 1. Play at first, but that'll be all the Spartans will get. So fielder's choice there retires retires Berdinsky. Rainey will replace Berdinsky at first. 2 down here in the 4th. Maddie Maines steps up. She batted twice in the second inning, singled and scored, and then lined into a double play to end the frame. Pitch high for a called strike. 0-1 at the letters. The 0-1 called a ball. 1-1. First pitch was a bit of a delayed call there. Now I'm just got to wait a little bit on these calls. That one laced up the third baseline, but foul. 1-2. Mioli 1 strike away now from shutout inning, the first of the game for Case Western Reserve. Haynes, though, a dangerous hitter, 350 batting average this season, so not an easy put out. Ball outside, 2-2. Means has struck out 15 times on the year. 2-2. Lined up the middle. Potts will get it. Step on second. And that'll retire the side. So a scoreless inning for the Judges. However, Brandeis still leads 9-3.
The Spartans, number 5, Kate Coonan.
Jamie Staub out there for her second inning of work. It's the bottom of inning number 4. She'll face Kate Coonan, a sophomore for the Spartans. 0 for 1 today with a ground out. Staub retired. The only 3 batters she faced in the third inning came on in relief of Jennings. A pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Swing and a miss by Coonan, 1-1. Staub was in theater in high school. I'm curious if she continued that in Brandeis as Coonan pops that one up on the right side into foul territory and caught by Beamer. So Coonan is retired to lead off the 4th inning, and Ashley Miller
22, Ashley Miller.
come to the plate. 0 for 1, grounded out to the pitcher in her first AB. Brandeis leads 9-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. Judges with 9 runs on 10 hits. They've committed an error. Spartans 3 runs on 4 hits, no errors. Pitch a ball, 1-0. Midway through this game, as long as there's no run rule here. Midway through a 7-inning game. How about that? Ball low, 2-0. That's the big difference between the Brandeis pitching staff and the CWRU staff so far in these 2 games today. Just 2 walks in the first game for Brandeis. That one up the middle. Tough hop. That'll get through for a base hit. Deck got in front of it, but then the ball took a funky hop, I think off the cut of the grass. And Miller will reach on a base knock. So she's 1 for 2. It'll be the senior Tara Fritcher, who's 0 for 1 with a ground out in her only plate appearance of the day. As I was saying, the Judges have not walked many folks. 2 walks in the first game, none so far today. Meanwhile, for Case Western Reserve, 4 walks here in the second game. They had 9 in the first game. First pitch to Fritcher is a ball. Say that 5 times fast. It's a TH sound. That's really what it is. Terrell will line that one into left center field, off the wall, at the base of the wall. Fritcher with her first hit of the season, and it'll be a double. Miller advances to third on that. So Fritcher off the schneid here in 2026. And she'll get a double and puts 2 runners in scoring position.
Now batting number 10, Sophia Becker.
Bring up Sophia Becker for the Spartans. Becker 1 for 1 today. She singled and scored in the third. She led off the third with a base hit. After Nyla Durham followed with a bunt single. Or not a bunt single, sorry, a infield single. Both runners scored on a base hit by Karen Potts. And after the Potts base knock, as that pitch low for a ball 1-0, Jamie Staub came in and retired the side in order. So Staub running into her first bit of trouble here, bottom of the fourth. Back-to-back hits, single by Miller and a double by Fritcher. That pitch called a strike, 1-1. Becker looking to drive in some runs. Pitch must have been outside, 2-1. I think that was the exact same pitch as previous. Becker this season. She'll take a pitch down low, 3-1 now. First year catcher, 14 runs driven in. 6 extra base hits, 4 doubles, a triple, and a home run out of her 17 this season. Got to pitch the hit, lines that one into right field. We'll see if the runner tags. She does. Throw is low, and it'll be a sacrifice fly off the bat of Becker. So Miller will score. Fritcher remains at second. That was less of an attempt than I think they just almost conceded the run. Spartans on the board here in the fourth. They've now scored in 3 consecutive innings. They still trail, though. It's 9-4 Brandeis. Nyla Durham scheduled to hit. She singled and scored in her first at-bat, but we'll see who actually comes to the plate. Eight. It'll be Riley Williams batting for the Spartans.
Pinch hitter, number 8, Riley Williams.
So Williams will hit for Durham here. Williams hitting .273 on the season for the Spartans. The sophomore from Redondo Beach, California. Looks at a ball, 1-0. Batting here with 2 outs and a runner on second. Spartans trailing by 5. It's 9-4 Brandeis. Williams is now her 19th appearance, mostly off the bench. The 1-0. Fouled up the first baseline. It's 1-1. Hitting .273. She has 6 hits and 22 at-bats. Of those 6 hits, 2 are for doubles. Driven in 5. She also walked once, struck out 3 times. She's facing Jamie Staub. Takes the pitch outside. It's 2-1. Two-one offering, grounded to third. Look the runner back on to first. Held on there by Beamer, and that'll retire the side. So Williams is retired as a pinch hitter. Spartans out a run. They still trail 9-4. We head to inning number 5. Mia Deck to lead off the 5th inning
Mia Deck.
for the Judges. She's 2 for 2, a single and a double, 2 runs scored. Here so far for Brandeis. The visitors do lead. It's 9-4 Judges. However, momentum seems to be shifting a little bit into the Spartans' favor. Laura Mioli was able to hold the Judges off the board for the first time this game in the 4th inning. Case Western Reserve got a run back to cut their deficit to 5. Is that pitch called a ball? 1-0. 5 runs, though, still a pretty hefty deficit. But after you were looking at a possible run rule, as that pitch grounded to Barry. Tough throw, but she makes it in time to retire Deck for the first time today. After looking at a possible run rule, down 8-0 in the 2nd inning, it's 5 runs. Doesn't look so bad. Mary Dowd to the plate for Brandeis. 1 for 2, singled in the 3rd inning, drove in a run, grounded out in the 2nd. Called strike there. From Mioli. That one's grounded to Potts. She gets it on one hop, throw in the dirt, and gets away from Coonan. Yeah, air, yeah. So Dowd will reach on the air by Potts. And there's still one away here in the 5th.
Number 17, Erin Hunt.
Potts kind of rushed that throw a little bit. She got a one hopper, a little bit more time than maybe she was used to. That's a ball low. Two 2-0 the count on Hunt. That ball in the dirt. 3-0 now. Erin Hunt, 2 for 3, 2 singles, 2 runs scored, an RBI. She reached on a fielder's choice in the 3rd. 3-0 pitch. Called a strike, 3-1. Three-one home. Grounded. Fielded by Coonan. Fair. She steps on the base. Tries to get a double play, and she got the tag. After Dowd overslid second base. So a double play there gets the Spartans out of the inning. They'll head to the bottom of the 5th, still trailing 9-4. So after the inning double play, it'll be Karen Potts to lead off the 5th inning for Case Western Reserve. Potts 1 for 2, drove in a pair of runs in the 3rd inning for the Spartans. Looks at a pitch high and outside for a ball, 1-0. Case Western Reserve trails 9-4 here in the 5th. Potts with 5 runs driven in today. Pops that one foul, 1-1. She had 3 in the first game, an 8-4 CWRU loss. And now 2 in this one, in which the Spartans trail 9-4. Came into the series hitting .500 in conference play. So she's raised that average so far. The 1-1, low in the dirt for a ball, 2-1. It's the second game of our scheduled sort of doubleheader. We finished the game that started yesterday and had to be stopped due to rain in the 3rd inning. That was the Brandeis victory, and now we've played 5 innings, 4.5 innings, I guess, of the second game. Game 3 will be tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Potts drives that one to center field and over the fence. Another home run for Karen Potts. Another solo shot for the Spartans. Potts home runs now in back-to-back games. That's her 9th on the season. It's now 9-5 Brandeis.
Number 7, Natalie Ching.
If Karen Potts doesn't get all UAA first team in consideration for UAA Player of the Year, I don't know who else deserves it. What is that now for her? Check the notes. It's Natalie Ching batting for the Spartans. She's 0 for 2 today. Takes a strike over the heart of the plate, 0-1. In conference play, which is what they use to determine the All-Association team, Potts now up to 6 home runs, 4 doubles. She's scored 22 times. That pitch high and tight for a ball, 1-1. She was hitting .500 coming into the game, so now over .500. The 1-1. Ching puts a charge into 1, but that'll go foul. Just hit my car out there. I'm kidding. My car is over at track and field. So 1-2 now on the first year second baseman. Spartans looking to rally here. Down 9-5 as Ching gets a base hit up the middle. So Ching, after seeing her 10-game hitting streak end in the first game of this doubleheader, gets a base knock here in the 5th, and we'll get a visit to the mound. Pitching circle. But we'll get a new pitcher here. It'll be Ragini Kanan out to throw for Brandeis. Ragini Kanan back in for Brandeis. Back in, I say. She hasn't pitched in this game, but she threw the entire first game of this quasi-doubleheader. Kanan, the senior from Westford, Mass. Comp Sci major. 7 strong innings in the opener. 4 runs on 8 hits, 6 strikeouts, 2 walks. Enters with a 9-5 lead. First pitch to Biz Barry low. Barry 0 for 2 with a pair of groundouts. Ching is on first after Potts led off here the 5th inning with a solo shot. Swing and a miss by Barry. She's trying to add 2 more for the Spartans. Evens the count at 1. Barry shows bunt, pops it up. A sliding grab and catch by Wallace. What a play by the third baseman. She was charging in on the bunt, had to adjust in midair, slid down the foul line, and had to avoid both the catcher and the pitcher. Able to corral that one in before it hit the ground. So Kaylin Suzai to the plate, 1 for 2 with a solo shot in the 2nd inning. So 1 retired here in the 5th. First pitch is a ball to Zuzai. So Kanan now, loader ERA 4.58 as Zuzai will foul that one back to us. Even the count at 1-1. Pitch a ball, 2-1. Strike over the heart of the plate now, 2-2. Count is even at 2-2. And that ball high and outside runs the count full at 3-2. So full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes on Zuzai. Here's the pitch. High fly ball, but that'll stay in the yard as Hunt will corral it in for out number 2. So Kanan comes in, retires the first 2 batters she faces, and she'll now take on Kate Coonan, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a pop out. Pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Coonan with a drive, but Hunt right under it again. And that'll do it, retire the side. So after the leadoff home run and a base hit, the Spartans go down without scoring again. They cut into the deficit, but still trail. It's 9-5. Top 6 here. Brandeis leads. It's 9-5. Brooke Beamer will step up to the plate. For the judges, looks at a ball. She's 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a pair of walks and runs scored. She'll face Laura Mioli once again here in the top of the 6th. Drives that one well over to the right center field wall. A solo shot for Brooke Beamer. And the judges extend their lead. It's now 10-5. Beamer found a pitch she liked and put a charge into it. That went one well over the fence, halfway up the tree lawn. And the judges get a run back here in inning number 6. Lead now extended to 5. So after 2 scoreless frames from Mioli, kept the Spartans in the game. The deficit now expands to 5 for Beamer. That's her 3rd home run on the season. She came in leading the team with .417 average. It'll be Katie Badian to the plate now, 1 for 3 with 3 RBI. She singled and scored in the 2nd. 0-1 pitch to her in the dirt. She has to skip out of the way. It's now 1-0. So 10-5 our score here from Mather Park. Umpire getting a couple different softballs, I think. Go through a lot on this muddy, wet day. The rain had stopped by about, say, 10 o'clock or maybe 9 o'clock. There was still a bit of a mist falling even as we started today, senior day. Field had been tarped, but it's wet out there. The grass is wet. 1-0 pitch in the dirt, 2-0 now. And that one in the dirt as well. Maybe Mioli can't get a grip on the ball, I think. I don't know if these are brand new ones that hadn't been scuffed in the dirt at all or anything, but 3 pitches and they all skipped in front of home plate. 3-0 on Badian now, who's batting with no outs here in the 6th. There's a called strike, 3-1. Brandeis leads, it's 10-5. 3 in the first, two in the second, 1 in the third, and now 1 in the 6th. On the solo, a home run by Beamer. Grounder softly hit, and that'll be a base hit, and Potts throws it away. So an infield single for Badian. Puts a runner on with nobody out here in the 6th. Jordan Wallace to the plate now. Wallace 2 for 3. Home run, a single, 3 RBI, and a ground out. See what Josie Henry's talking to the umpire about. I think she just wants to talk to her pitcher. Laura Mioli, no, she'll make a change. Let's... It'll be Cameron McClellan on to pitch for the Spartans. McClellan had been warming up, went to use the restroom, and wasn't aware she was going to get called into the game. So Cameron McClellan will come in when we come back. So it'll be the first year Cameron McClellan on to pitch for the Spartans. They've used now all 4 pitchers in this game. All 4 of their pitchers have pitched in this contest. McClellan, we saw her both yesterday and today in the opening game. And I've lost my box score. It's around here somewhere. She'll face Jordan Wallace. Swing and a miss at the first pitch. 0-1. In the opener, McClellan went 5 1/3, gave up 7 runs, 6 were earned on 5 hits with 7 walks and 2 strikeouts. Got Wallace swinging at that one again. It's now 0-2. And now her ERA is at 3.69. She's 6-4. She suffered the loss in that game. This is her 13th appearance. Just her 4th out of the bullpen. The 0-2 pitch to Wallace. Fouled up the first baseline. Still 0-2. Runner on first is Katie Beatty, and she reached on an infield single. Before that, Brooke Beamer hit a solo shot to lead off the 6th inning. 10-5 is your score. Brandeis leads here at Mather Park in Cleveland. This is the second game of our sort of doubleheader. The 0-2 home again. In the dirt, gets away from the catcher, and that'll be a wild pitch. So Beatty into second. Like a little bit of a cross-up there between Sophia Becker and Cameron McClellan, but Becker, that ball went in the dirt. And then Becker tried to backstab at it and didn't really get to it. So Beatty now on second in scoring position for the Judges. That pitch in the dirt, and it hits Wallace, so she'll get first base. So Beatty on second. She stays there. Wallace reaches on a hit back pitch. Bells Burdensky to the plate now. Burdensky 1 for 2. Walked in the 4th, singled and drove in a run in the 2nd, and flew out in the 1st. So McClellan's kind of pitched herself a little bit into a jam. She's faced one better and hit her. So that pitch in the dirt and gets away from the catcher. So 2 wild pitches now from McClellan. After 2 swinging strikes to lead off the first at bat. She's been pretty wild. The 1-0 to Burdensky. Another one in the dirt, and that'll score a run. So Beatty will score on the wild pitch. Wallace moves to third. That run charged to Mioli. Close the book on her. I don't know if McClellan, I think she's releasing it just a little, I think either a little early or a little late. Don't know the motion 100%, but those balls, she's like bowling them almost. Like, they're maybe going 35 feet, 40 feet. And they're getting away from Becker, and it's led to a Brandeis run. So Judges now lead by 6, 11-5 here in the 6th. Close the book, like I said, on Mioli. 3 2/3 innings, 3 runs on 6 hits, 2 walks, and a strikeout. The only strikeout for the Spartans today. So 2-0 on Burdensky as Wallace has moved all the way to third on a pair of wild pitches. Infield in. That pitch now, high for ball, 3-0. Well, she solved the problem of the ball going in the dirt, but went a little too far the opposite direction. See if McClellan can find the zone here. It's 3-0 on Bradinsky. Ball 4. Taryn Rainey to the plate for Brandeis. 0 for 2, walked in the second. Pair of ground outs in the first and fourth. No outs still here in the sixth. This was the inning that Brandeis scored 5 runs in the first game. Here in the second game, they scored 3 in the first, 5 in the second, and 1 in the third, and so far 2 in the sixth. That pitch called a strike. Throw goes to Potts. Almost got the runner. But Bradinsky safe on the stolen base. I don't know if there was some sort of play on there where Potts was supposed to cut it off and maybe throw home, but the throw was almost in time to get Bradinsky at second. Either way, she's in scoring position for Rainey. Takes another strike, 0-2. So now McClellan seemed to find the zone again. 2 quick strikes to the Brandeis backstop. Just outside, off speed there, 1-2. Crowd wanted a strike, but with McClellan's wildness, the crowd would want anything close as a strike. Looking to get the first out here in the sixth. 1-2 offering. Outside and low again, 2-2. That one was further out. Almost got Rainey to chase, but that pitch high and outside runs the count full, 3-2. First base is open, so walk won't force in a run just yet. Brandeis already 2 across here in the sixth, 1 on a solo shot and 1 on a wild pitch. Payoff. Rainey lines that one into center. It'll get down in front of Durham. The runners had to hold, but one will score. Rainey delivers an RBI single, and Bradinsky will move to third base. (12-5) now is the score. Judges up 7, and we'll get a new runner, I believe. Yes, a new runner at first. It'll be number 6 for Brandeis.
Running at first base, number 6, Alexa Johnson.
Alexa Johnson, we saw her in the opener earlier today as a pinch runner. Maddie Maines to bat for the Judges, who now lead 12-5. That run at third, important for Brandeis. Actually, all the runs important for Brandeis, but you score 1 more and you go 3 outs. That's it for this game. Johnson now in appearance number 22. All off the bench, most of them in pinch running roles. She goes, throw into center field, and that'll be a run. So Johnson will get credit for a stolen base. Throwing error on the catcher Becker will allow Bradinsky to score. Mm-hmm. It's now 13-5. Brandeis. Maddie Maines, 1 for 3. Singled and scored in the second. Pair lined out and also in the second and grounded out in the fourth. Called strike. It's 1-1. So the Judges now with 4 across in the sixth. After it looked like maybe Case Western Reserve had a chance to come back, they held the Judges scoreless in the 4th and 5th innings and to just 1 run in the third. The offense has awoken. Unless the offense has awoken and more Spartans have hurt themselves. Both cases are true. Home run by Beamer. Single by Beatty, and those have driven in runs. But a wild pitch and a throwing error have also scored runs. 2-1. It's low. 3-1 now. So McClellan a little bit laboring in the circle. And that's ball 4. So the line keeps moving. It'll be Mia Deck. 2 for 3, single, a double, and 2 runs scored. She's scheduled to hit. Make a change here, potentially. It'll be on the base pass. As running for Brandeis, it looks like 23. That's Caitlin Larman, who we also saw in the first game.
Number 4, Mia Deck.
McClellan came in this inning. Threw a wild pitch, hit the next batter, threw 2 more wild pitches to score a run, walked a batter, gave up a hit, gave up a run, not her fault, on a throwing error, and walked the next batter. So yet to get an out here in the 6th. Ball low for pitch low for a ball, 1-0. Brandeis leads 13-5. They're now up the important 8 runs. Of course, they can add on, and the Spartans get their chance to bat in the 6th as Deck turns on one, but that'll go foul, even the count at 1-1. For the Spartans due up in the next half inning, it is Coonan, Miller, and Fritcher, 5, 6, 7 in the lineup. Ball outside, 2-1. Nope, we're good. And that one high, 3-1. Three and one now to Deck. And she takes ball 4. So another walk issued by McClellan. Loads the bases. Gonna make that run earned. We'll see. Spartans don't really have any more pitchers left. They could re-enter the starter, Misra. The other 2 pitchers cannot re-enter.
Now batting number 8, Mary Dowd.
Mary Dowd, the number 9 hitter in this lineup, 1 for 3, singled in the 3rd, drove in a run, grounded out in the 2nd, reached down an error in the 5th. The 8th Brandeis batter to bat, and still none have been retired. Bases loaded for Dowd. Ball low, gets away from the catcher, and that's another run. 14-5 is the score. I don't see Misra warming up, so McClellan, I believe, will go until she can get 3 outs. Trying to think if there's anyone else on the roster that can or has pitched. Pop up into the outfield, though, and Miller will get to it. So the first batter is retired here in the 6th. That's Dowd, so 1 out. Runner still at 2nd and 3rd.
Now batting number 17, Erin Hunt.
It'll be Aaron Hunt to the plate. 2 for 4, pair of singles, pair of groundouts. Ball low, 1-0. Judges lead by 9. It's 14-5. Most runs Case Western Reserve has allowed this season. The 1-0. Grounded up the middle. That'll be a base hit. 1 run will score. They'll send the next runner, and Durham misplays the ball in center. So a base hit, 2 runs scored on the single by Hunt, but then an error moves her to second. So she'll get 2 RBI on that. It's now 16-5. I thought maybe Potts had a shot at that, but it was hit too hard. 16 runs allowed by the Spartans. Most they've given up since they gave up 15 to Emory back in 2017. So it's been quite a bit since Case Western Reserve has seen pitching performance like this. It'll be Brooke Beamer to the plate for the second time here in the 6th inning. She led off the frame with a home run. That was 6 runs ago. Called strike, 0-1. So the judges have batted around for the second time in this game. They scored 5 runs in the 2nd inning, and now 7 runs in the 6th, and just 1 out. It's a ball high, 1-1. For Case Western Reserve, how many good things you can take away from this game, or this doubleheader, really. You could say they fought back a little bit in the middle innings. Karen Potts has kept her bat doing well. Home runs in each of the contests. It's now 2-1. 5 runs in this game, 4 runs in the first. Not too bad, but when your pitchers give up 8 and 16, as that one goes foul up the third base line, evens the count at 2. Two. Off speed, high, stabbed there by Becker. Runs the count full. Full count offering. That's high for ball 4. So another walk issued by McClelland. Bring up Katie Beatty in again.
Now batting number 7, Katie Badian.
Beatty and Singleton scored earlier in the inning. Single home, a pair of runs in the 2nd. She's batting now with runners on 1st and 2nd. A 9-run lead. Ball high. McClelland at this point. Got to really throw it over the plate. And I know if they've hit the ball, they've gotten a home run, they've gotten base hits. She's issued 4 walks out of the 8 batters she's faced. It's not a good ratio. And hit a batter, too. Swing and a miss. There you go. More of that from McClelland. In the dirt, skips away from Becker once again. So both runners move up to scoring position. Two, 1. Ball high, 3-1. This game started at 2:19. We're now 2 hours into the contest. Great day to be a Brandeis softball fan. The 3-1. Called strike, runs the count full, 3-2. I think the umpire maybe didn't want to issue another walk. Brandeis won the first game to end a 10-game losing streak to Case Western Reserve that dated back before the pandemic. There's ball 4. 5th walk for McClelland. Load the bases for Jordan Wallace. Wallace was hit by a pitch earlier this inning and scored. The only batter retired in the inning is Mary Dowd, the number 9 hitter. She flew out. Everyone else reached either via walk or hit batter. Five walks in the frame. 4 hits as well. So Jordan Wallace,
number 99, Jordan Wallace.
After the brief conference is over, judges with 16 runs on 14 hits, 1 error. Spartans 5 runs, 8 hits, 3 errors. Swing and a miss by Wallace. He's trying to get a grand slam, I think. Why not? You're up 9 runs. Swing at everything. Ball touch high, 1-1, maybe inside as well. There's a strike on the outside part of the plate. 1-2. That's a ball. 2-2. Fouled back, still 2-2. Time called, I think. McClellan didn't like the ball. Two and two again to Jordan Wallace. Bases full of judges. Here it comes. Lined into right center field. Durham will get to it, but after a bounce. So 1 run will score. Everyone else had to hold up. An RBI single for Wallace. And the judges add another run.
Now batting number 33,
Bells Berdinsky walked and scored earlier in the inning. $17-5 is our score now. Both the beauty and sometimes the tragedy of softball and baseball is the game cannot end until you get the requisite number of outs. It's not like football or basketball or soccer where there's the clock, that pitch over for a strike, 0-1. And it's not like volleyball where once you reach a certain number of points, the game match is over. Tennis is the same way. The currency in these sports, in these diamond sports, it's outs. You got to get them. The 0-1 to Bradinsky. Grounded foul at the third baseline. 0-2. I will say this for McClellan. She's getting into 2-strike counts on these batters. Let's see. Let's take a look. How many 2-strike counts she's gotten. It's 3-2 on Badian. 2-2 on Wallace. 3-2 on Beamer. Couple of 1-0s, a couple of 3-1s. 3-2 on Rainey. That was well earlier. The 0-2 popped up, and good catch there by Ching. She makes a slide going into the outfield. Throw to third, but not in time. So Bradinsky's out for the second out of the inning. And we'll get a re-entry here as Alexa Johnson had come in to run for one of the batters, but now it's going to be a pinch hitter. It's 26. Dylan Yamamura.
Now batting for Brandeis, number 26, Dylan Yamamura.
Yamamura, the sophomore from Newbury Park, California, went to Newbury Park High School. Her first appearance in this series, biology major. 25th appearance this season. She looks at a strike. She's made 21 starts. Hitting .283, 10 RBIs, 17 hits. Batting now with the bases loaded. Hits that one deep into left center field and out of here. A grand slam for the pinch hitter Yamamura. That's her first of the season, and the judges are piling on. So it's now 21-5 Brandeis. As the judges just keep scoring. There's no other way to put it. That'll be it for McClelland. We're going to get couple of changes here for the Spartans, as Dev Misra in the circle is one of those changes. She started this game. allowed 5 runs in an inning plus on 4 hits and a walk. 2 quick strikes now on Caitlin Larman, who stays in the game. She was pinch running earlier in the contest and now getting her first at bat. And that's called strike 3. So Durham gets the strikeout to end the inning, but the judges explode for 12 runs in the 6th. Brandeis leads 21-5. We head to the bottom half. They're 3 outs away from a sweep.
Number 22, Ashley Miller.
Bottom of the 6th here at Mather Park. It's now 21-5. Brandeis leads. The judges, well, broke this game open in the 6th, if it wasn't already the case. They scored 12 times, capped by a grand slam from Yamamura, who now stays in the game behind the plate. It's Ashley Miller for the Spartans. They need some runs. Otherwise, 3 quick outs for Brandeis, and this doubleheader is over. That one just foul. Just foul from Ashley Miller. Past third base. Evens the count at 1-1. Ashley connects on that one, and it'll go foul. So 2 good rips on the ball. First one just foul up the third baseline, and that one reached the warning track, but foul. So Miller a little bit ahead on that. We'll see if Kanan now goes off speed to finish the at-bat. An offensive performance from Brandeis. 21 runs on 16 hits as that ball is outside, 2-2. For the judges, let's take a look and see if those are records for this team. Career records, single season records, maybe one of those 2. Miller connects again. This one is playable in foul territory, but falls. Still 2-2. No single game records on their website that I can find, certainly. Let's take a look at their stats then. 2-2 now on Miller. Pitch in the dirt. Runs the count full 3-2. Certainly the most runs for Brandeis this season. Their highest before this was 14 in a 14-0 win over Emmanuel. Miller lines that one, but Kanan is there to corral it. So Tara Fritcher will bat for the Spartans.
Tara Fritcher.
So Tara Fritcher back to the plate for Case Western Reserve. The senior, 1 for 2 with a double today. Pitch is low for a ball, 1-0. Two and 0 now on Fritcher. Called strike on the outside part of the plate, 2-1. I'll tell you right now, this is the most runs the Judges have ever scored since the COVID pandemic in 2020 as Fritcher turns on one but lines it foul, 2-2. Popped up foul, still 2-2. Again foul, still 2-2. I'm curious if this is a record in D3 for this season as well. Off speed, Fritcher gets a glove on it, bat on it. Good stretch there. Badian recovered after botching the ball, and a good stretch at first by Beamer, and the Spartans are down to their final out. It's Sophia Becker, scheduled to hit.
Number 10, Sophia Becker.
1 for 2 today. For Brandeis, their most runs since I can go back in their record book. They scored 20 against Lassell in 2012 as Becker fouls that one up the third baseline. In Division III softball, individual game highs. Runs. Oh, team game highs. That's not what I wanted. Called strike there. It's now 0-2. Spartans down to their final strike. That's not going to do it. 1-2. So in Division III this season, 21 runs, nowhere close to the top in a single game. That ball high. Checked down at first, but Becker did not complete her swing. Evens the count at 2-2. Norwich scored 45 runs against VTSU Linden in a single game. That might be a typo, maybe? Not 100% on that. Either way, a lot of 30-run games, too. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for this contest. Brandeis will take it 21-5. They'll sweep the doubleheader here from Case Western Reserve and take the first 2 games of this 3-game series. That'll be all here from Mather Park. We'll be here for game number 3 on Sunday. First pitch at 11 a.m. I hope to see you there. Have a good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.